expect runway 25 left.
PG-811 Navy, still cut departure with a contact on the engine on the
339, thank you. Clear visual approach, runway 24 right, I appreciate your help.
Heading 150, Spirit 404 ready.
Clear visual approach, runway 31 left, maintain visual separation, contact tower 123.9 or Endeavour 3748.
4444, turn 10 degrees right, reduce speed 180.
Hi pilots and co-pilots, Brian here. Today I have the Cessna Cutlass, the, was it 177RG here. I'm at sunny Vancouver today, CYVR, and I'm actually trying something out new. I've wanted to try it for a while. It's FSEconomy. It's a free website and a whole bunch of huge number of people involved with it to create a sort of a more realistic flying experience where you're a chartered pilot. You can take on flights, you can lease aircraft, you can rent aircraft, you can buy aircraft, you can fly passengers, cargo, all manner of things. So I'm giving this a go today to see if I can do it. So I'm gonna flick over to FSEconomy. I'm only see, as you can see top right here, cash balance, bank balance. I've never flown in this thing, so I'm giving this a go for the first time. So I found that, seeing as I know the area around CYVR and to Victoria CYYJ, it's a route I know. I found 3 Air Canada Express passengers all need a ride. So I've selected that I'm going to pick them up. They were very willing to wait a couple of days for their flight, but I'm just trying to work out how to get them into the job, and then we'll get them into the plane and we're going to fly that little route. So I'm going to, I think I have to do load selected assignment. No. I select them all and then do, nope, this is where I got to work out how to actually get them in the plane. I think if I start it right now, fuel calculations for 3 passengers, it's all quite complicated this. I've refilled the plane, I've got my 3 passengers. I just have to select all. I want to hold selected assignments. I don't want to hold them. I don't want to cancel them. I want to load them. Invalid input. Back. Let's try again. Nope. What happens? Hold on. I'm just going to close that down. What happens if I go here, get in my plane? So we're just over at the corner here, ready for taxiing out. I'm logged in. Aircraft alias does not match. Oh, hold on. I'm going to put that in there. Hold on. Let's just get us up and running. I knew I should have tried typing in here. Cessna 177RG Cardinal. Let's try start flight now. Oh, don't you just hate computers? This isn't going to work. You know what? I'm going to cancel this live stream and come back in about 10 minutes when I've figured it out. There's no point everybody sitting around while I faff around on this. So I'll be back. Hi pilots and co-pilots, Brian here. Second attempt at streaming today. I have the Cessna 177RG. It's an Alabama model. I'm at CYVR. I'm trying to use FSEconomy today. learn how to use that. Never flown it before, so I have got, as we can see here, I'm going to be picking up 3 passengers, and I'm going to be flying them from CYVR to CYYJ. I've never done this before. You can see top right. I've never flown with FSEconomy before, but it looks awesome. But it's taken me a couple of days of reading before I'm confident that we can even do this. So I have my plane here. I've connected my FSEconomy, which is the X-Plane version of the FSEconomy plugin, to my account, and it's pulled up the job that I scheduled in on the website. So we're going to get up and fly that now. So there's nothing else I need to do with this plugin. I think I can minimize that. It's assigned the weight to the plane, and it has also assigned the fuel levels. But I hope I've fueled it enough. So we're going to jump inside. And we are going to, first of all, I've got to power an alternator, but I haven't started my engine yet. So I'm going to do that. Let's just put that on. I am going to get the engine started and warming up. I'm going to put my strobe and my beacon on. Check that. Cal flaps are probably all right for now. Carb heat I will do in a second. I will put my fuel. I haven't flown this plane for a very long time. So I'm going to see how I do this. Let's put the aux fuel pump on. Throttle is at 0. I am going to see if okay, looks like we got the engine running. I'm just going to
Vancouver
listen to
International
my ATIS.
Information Hotel. 2100 Zulu weather. Wind 260 at 14, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 6, dew point -19. Altimeter 3000.
Okay, I'd already set that.
Arriving runways 26 right, 31, departing runways 26 left, 31. Advise on initial contact, you have hotel.
Okay, we're on to 26 left, which is perfect. If I bring the map up here, we can see I'm down at the parking here, and we're going from 26 left, so it's a nice short taxi for us to be able to take off. We have our 3 passengers on board. I think there's a few things don't work on this plane so well in X-Plane 11, which is I don't think my cylinder head temps and my oil temps show up correctly, and I don't think my exhaust gas temperature there works either. So it's not perfect when it's running this environment, but I'm happy enough. Right, so what do I need to do? I'm going to try and fly this as a VFR flight today. And when we get closer to Victoria, I'll work out what runway we should be landing on. So I am going to be flying low and slow pretty much. So I wonder if, can I turn the yoke off in this plane? Doesn't look like I can. Bit unfortunate. An older plane, I know that they used to have usually a switch set up there to do this, but I don't know where. So let's just take our park brake off. I'm actually going to put my carb heat on right now, I think. Because this is one thing this plane does suffer from, is suspected carb ice. I think that's my carb. Right. Yep, carb heat is there. Okay. Just check where we are on the map. Nice big hangar we probably had the plane stored in. Actually quite a beautiful winter's day here on the west coast. Just got to find my way. Okay, that's good. North Shore Mountains there look good. Look at that. It's very realistic. I'm not sure what CYVR scenery I have. We'll just get out to the runway in a minute and we should be straight off. I expect this should be quite a quick flight. I'm hoping to earn quite a bit of money for my first flight with FSEconomy. It's taken me a few evenings of reading up on their site. It's certainly hugely detailed. Go sign up. I'll put the link. Once I've finished this stream, I'll go and edit the comments, certainly on my YouTube channel anyway, Laminar Flow CA, or look up Laminar Flow Gaming. I have, I'll put the links in there to FSEconomy, but I think if you search it up you'll find it as a plugin for FSX and for X-Plane, and you get to live your life as a pilot. And it even goes as far as now you can do like commercial full 737 type flights, which is so awesome. But I'm just starting at the bottom here, just seeing if I understand the mechanics of how this all works. So now I'm trying to get us, where is the runway? Is this the runway here? So we've got a little stepway going and then we'll reach the runway up there. So I have no readings again on the cylinder head temperatures or the oil temperatures. I can only assume that just doesn't work in X-Plane 11. I'm okay with that. Oop. There we are on the outside, just wanted to check the plane out. Nice, okay. Oop. I'm going over the paint there, I think. Ease our way out onto the runway. ATC's cleared us to go. Of course, it'd be quite hilarious to see a Cessna like this flying from Vancouver. I doubt it happens that often. Okay. I'm actually going to use some flap for takeoff because we do have 3 passengers and luggage on board and we are fueled, so this is not a light flight. Ease up the throttle. I don't want to over rev the engine, there's no need. We're over 60 knots, ease back on the stick. Whoa! Did you hear that? The gear just went up. That's quite shocking. I did not press the button. Wow. My gear definitely went up, right? Yeah, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's alarming. Okay, we're climbing away. Do the south terminal over there with the water strip, which I fly in and out of sometimes in real life. It's an okay scenery for Vancouver Airport. It's probably better. Anyway, we'll just fly straight ahead initially, and then we're going to be heading slightly south. Let's just have a check. Yeah, it's a lovely day. And as I say that, X-Plane will of course suddenly load in completely different weather and make it cloudy, and we'll have to fly lower to stay below the cloud level. No, that looks good. Okay, I'm going to ease my throttle down slightly and then start trimming the plane out. Make sure we get up to about 2,000 feet, I think, for this flight. We don't really need a lot more because it is a short flight. Unfortunately, I don't have access to easy access right now to Canadian charts. I got so used to using SkyVector when I fly around the US, and you can just click on any of the charts in there. I kind of wish that was the same for Canadian. I do have on one of my tablets, it's Flight Plan Legacy, I think, on my old tablet. It's so old, but that does provide Canadian charts. But of course, you can't see that on the screen while I'm streaming, so that's no good to you. So anyway, we're going to be flying VFR here, so we're just going to start flying south of Vancouver. Oops. but must have a slight crosswind there. Huh? So I'm actually going to just bring this up a little bit. So we're going to track it on here. I have one of the plugins, external moving map, so we can see we are heading down there, down to Victoria. Oops, and I knew I should have kept my eye on the screen and not shown you that for too long, but I can at least track that. So we're heading down there. Shouldn't take too long. Maybe 20-25 minutes. We'll get these passengers there. Like I said, I think once you've landed, you just have to load up the plugin, and for FSEconomy it will then credit me with the flight. Fingers crossed. Does it look like these gauges are working? Or maybe they are. Oh, I don't know. I'm still not sure if it's fully functional in X-Plane 11. This is an old X-Plane 10 version of this plane, but on the whole it works exceedingly well in X-Plane 11. There are obviously a few little quirks here and there, I would imagine. So I can definitely feel that the plane has been set up with the 3 passengers and the luggage on board. I don't usually fly like that, but it's definitely it's a sluggish, slightly stranger feel. Not used to it. So hello to everybody who's watching. I thought I'd try and hold true to myself and actually fly online for once, so if I screw it up, everybody gets to see it live. But I am going to see if I can tune into Victoria ATIS, if there is one already, to work out what runways might be in operation there. Do we have an ATIS? No, we don't. And I'm not tuning to any of the others because I don't want to activate the in-game air traffic control because it's crap. Okay, we're heading out over the islands now. Keeping nice and low. Bit of bright winter sunshine. Oops. That's why things seem strange. I still have my flaps down. What a jerk. Now I'll have to retrim. But there we go. There's Vancouver in the distance. Now I've got to retrim slightly, so I'm just gently climbing. Let's tune that. I'm going to use that as a nav point on there. Did that work? Let's go back to the map and just see 113.7. Just tune nav 2 as well. Let's just hope my PC doesn't crash. Hi. Hi, Andy. Yep, all is good. Just finally found some time to fly here in Canada. Well, certainly in BC, it's family day this weekend. It's a long weekend, so I've sneaked some extra time to do a little flight. And what great weather it is too. Pretty calm waters down there. I'm nearly at the 2,000 feet I was going for. I'm not going any higher. Reduce our fuel flow a bit. It's always a bit nerve-wracking in a plane like this where you're flying over so much water. I should probably have chosen the Havilland Beaver as my plane of choice and been amphibious, but oh well. I'm sure this old aircraft is going to be reliable just for this one flight. Although I do have failures turned on so that in theory something could go wrong. So the beacon, the VOR is going to be slightly to our right now, but that's fine because I'm actually coming in on the runway that's coming in off the water. So if I've got a stable from it, so there's no, this is the one thing, this old aircraft I have has no GPS, no autopilot. You're flying VOR to VOR. You basically have your 6-pack of instruments, and that's it. Although it does have the coolest folding and unfolding gear at the bottom of it. When you put your gear up, the legs kind of twist and fold in. It's a great little animation. It's worth watching. But I missed it on takeoff today because for some reason my gear automatically just popped straight up, and I have no idea why that happened. Let's just have a look at our map here, just to show you the example. So we've got the airport's up here. You can just see it there. Right, so I think we're planning to come down here and then dogleg in. But wow, I would normally have kind of trimmed my plane and be flying like this and still have trouble to stop it climbing, but we're not going anywhere. We have a lot of weight on board today. So hopefully our 3 passengers are going to be happy with my service and I get paid. So we seem fairly stable for a minute. I am just going to swing back here and look at... So I've got these 3 passengers and I'm going to get $596 per passenger, but I've had to rent this aircraft and fuel it, and the rental's $136 an hour. So we'll see how much money we make on this first ever flight in FSEconomy. And already I was drifting off. Wow. Yeah, this is not a plane you can just let fly itself. It's very hands-on. Kind of cool though for that. It's actually a lot of glare. It's not the easiest to see, I'll be honest. We're only flying at 1700 feet. It's about like the float planes do it though. I think maybe that's why I feel comfortable at this altitude. It's amazing what low ceilings the beavers and stuff can fly between Vancouver Island and the mainland. You'd think there'd be absolutely no visibility, and then sure enough there they are, just 600 feet, just scudding along the bottom of the cloud layer. And I do that day in, day out. Quite amazing. And even loving flying and quite liking travelling on the float planes, occasionally it's mildly concerning when they are pretty tight conditions, but these guys just know how to fly those float planes and they get you there despite the conditions. So yeah, flying into the sun, I hadn't considered that. It's actually not that nice. I can't see anything. I wonder if... Nope, I still can't see. We might be flying around, sort of... I'll be getting the passengers to look out the side to find the airport for me. So I do see, look, the cylinder head temperatures are moving there. Maybe... What happens if I close my cowl flaps? But I get nothing on the EGT, so there's definitely a disconnect on the engine somewhere. It's not emulated correctly. Ooh, that's a bit slow. Just bring my... There we go. That's a bit better. So again, the VOR is slightly off to the right, but that is above Victoria Airport. I'll just try and bring my nose down a bit. Bring this a little better. Let's have a look outside. Nice. How far have we come? Oh, a fair way. Yeah, I bought this aircraft pretty much when I first got X-Plane. It was one of my first purchases, and it's been great. I've flown the Grand Canyon with this. I've flown out from Vegas, and where else have I gone? I've the Hoover Dam. I've done a tour around there, and it's been fun. When I was teaching myself, trying to fly with VOR navigation, but I don't do much of that now. I've been teaching myself how to program GPSs and FMCs and all that stuff more recently. So, where are we? Yeah, we are heading right now. There's the beacon, so we need to be heading south now. And look, that's the main runway there, so now I can see a bit better. We're going to go down the coastline a bit. Yeah, I'm not worrying about even tuning that. I was going to set my radial, but I'm not using navigation. I'm just VFR flying. Not the most exciting for everybody watching, I'm afraid. Maybe later I'll be getting in the 737, but actually, kind of the 737 in some ways is easier. It's a lot of button pushing, and hey, you can switch autopilots on, but with this, I find even keeping the wings level on this plane a challenge. So it's a whole different bunch of. For some reason, we're accelerating there. It's a whole different bunch of things to remember how to do. So can I see the airport? No, is the answer. Nope, I can't. But we'll keep flying until we do. I think around Vancouver Island, I think it's made up in total of 6,000 islands all connected together. It's quite the sight. But of course it means one bit of sticking out land looks much like another bit of sticking out land, and with the haze makes it difficult for me to see. We're actually descending a bit. We've been coming down to about 1,200 feet, and let's just level out a bit. As long as the engine keeps running and it doesn't splutter and give out, we're all good. I am a little slow on my RPM. I wasn't watching my trim because I am dropping it again. This is weird. I'm really not used to having a heavy plane, so it's actually a really good experience, and that's something I've got to learn to practice with, is different weights. I think there's a tendency just to go in with the plane at default, so this FSEconomy thing is going to be kind of neat, that you know, you can overload your plane, you can not have enough fuel. That's kind of cool. So I can't see anything, but so I'm kind of jumping out my seat here to see where I'm going. Kind of crabbing my way down the islands. So if I go to here, you can see. So yeah, that's why I'm looking at these islands here. I'm way off. Yeah, because it's over these islands. Maybe I should climb so I can see better. I'm flying too low really for this. Make the aircraft work for a bit. Of course, unlike normal, I'm actually busy thinking, well, do we have enough fuel? And also, how much is this fuel costing me? I'm not used to thinking that, so it's just a different way of thinking. Kind of cool. But one of the challenges of the game is you can't just jump in any of your aircraft. You have to find aircraft you have in the game that you've either purchased or downloaded freeware, and that they're at the airports that you want to fly from, that you can actually rent a plane from. There's quite a bit of complexity to it. So you might have to search for your plane, find an airport where one of your planes that you've got in your flight simulator setup is actually located that you can rent, then pick up jobs from that airport so you can actually fly a plane you have. I can't take a job flying a, I don't know, an Eclipse 500 or something like that. I don't have an Eclipse 500 as one of my planes. Or I don't have a Pilatus, is it PC6 or something? If I had something similar to it, I could use that, but if not, then there's nothing you can do. There I am. I know it doesn't show it, but trust me, there's passengers in the back. And again, not keeping those wings level. It is twitchy. And there's the other side. And I get back in. So I'm standing up in my seat again, trying to see where I am. So what island are we just about to come over? Maine. This is Main Island, Saturna. And then North and South Pender Islands. And then we'll be getting close. Cool. Like I said, not my most exciting flight. But a flight nonetheless. Actually, you know, usually there's no pressure because, hey, I'm doing what I want to do, but somehow I feel like I'm being beholden to this FSEconomy thing today. I'd better do a good job. I'd better land, not crash, because I've got paying customers on board, so that's fun. Oh, I should have chosen a faster aircraft, because when you're renting by the hour, I guess you want to be there as quick as you can. Well, we'll be there soon enough. And we'll have plenty of fuel. I probably didn't even need to refuel very much when I took on the plane. I'm not sure what the rules are on that. Although it's a nice day, you can feel the air isn't quite as smooth as you would imagine. Anyway, it's 10 to 3 simulation time. I set that a little earlier than in reality because I just don't want to deal with the winter. I don't want to deal with the winter sunset effect. It's bad enough with the glare at that stage, but when it's even lower, I don't want that in my eyes. Okay, try and trim us out a bit now. Again, I don't want to be too high. So we are getting close, but I'm going to tune my navs for that, although we're not close enough yet for them to have any effect. We'll just be keeping an eye out for it ahead on the right there. Is that the airport lights I can see over there, maybe? My supervision? Oh, maybe. I can't quite tell. We'll wait until we get a little closer. Looks like it could be. No, that's on an island. We've got a little way to go. Because Victoria isn't, the airport isn't actually right in the middle of Victoria. It's quite a way north, near the, there's a ferry terminal, and then there's the airport as well. What have we got down there? little bushes of something. Looks different. We've got a cowl flap shut to see if that affected the engine temperature, but I'm guessing this doesn't get simulated correctly anymore because, yeah, like I said, it's not. I'm not overheating my engine or anything doing this. Let's try and trim us down again. It's wanting to balloon up in the air, but I want to keep low. Is that the ferry terminal? Oh no, it's some boats. Curious. It's always so much easier when you have a GPS with you. Even when you're not using the GPS, you can just look at it and be confident that you know where you are. How the world has changed. I think even if I did have a plane like this without a GPS in it, I would have a tablet or something with some GPS technology in it that I could just have as an emergency reference if I needed it. Because I don't know about you, but that would worry me without it. So how much longer do we have to go, do we reckon? I am going to cheat. Oh, I am actually flying off course slightly. Okay. That would be why. I'm actually flying tracking the islands and not heading in. I'm glad I cheated. Would have been way off course. Just don't tell the passengers. Okay? I guess every minute I'm in the air is less money I'm making. But somewhere over there, I hadn't flown across enough islands. Next time, Brian, rent an aircraft with a GPS in it. So another thing I think the game does, I don't know if it works on the X-Plane version, but in theory if you have matched a simile of your aircraft, but say I chose a Cessna 172, but it's got GPS in it, I think it tries to disable that if the plane that you've rented wouldn't have GPS in it. So even though you've got extra functionality, the plugin tries to remove the stuff you wouldn't have, which is kind of cool. To try and level the playing field, stop people from cheating. We can't be that far now, surely. Right, yeah, we should pick up the glide slope pretty soon. So somewhere over there. Is that the Malahat then? Well, that would be more likely to be that. That's much higher. Right into the sun. We've got lens flare and everything. I think that SkyMax Pro provides that. Okay, sun got deflection on our... Oop. We're only flying at 1,000 feet. Well, there are those boats with lights on them. Very odd. Using my supervision again. It's so hazy. How can you tell anything? I'm going to cheat again and use the map because I can't see. Okay, yeah, we're better. We're on course a little more now. I'll turn in a minute to get closer to the airport. What do these do down here? Instrument reflections. You can open the doors. What does that do? Oh, I see, that's all the views. They're also mapped to the quick keys on your number pad as well. Bipolar Prophet 2. Does it look good? Well, I don't know. I'm still alive. I've kept my passengers alive. And we're about a few minutes away from landing here in Victoria. I just have to try and find the airport now. I'm flying really low. I should probably be much higher than this, but like I was saying earlier, it's kind of a habit of being with the used to travelling on float planes around here. They like to sort of skim along the bottom of the clouds usually, and they fly pretty low, so it just seems natural to fly low over the islands, but it's actually probably not the safest way to fly. Nope, I can't see anything now. How are we doing? I am cheating. Okay. We are coming in towards the airport now, but yeah, it's saying I need to be up and left if I'm going to get onto the glide slope. So let's climb a bit and do what it says. See? And now we're going to intercept it a few miles out. Yeah, like I said, even though this is an old plane, I would always, I think, have a tablet with me these days as just a backup. Even though it's not official equipment, I think having your own backup just to help check your sanity and check that you're not missing something obvious is just good sense for most pilots. Of course, sadly, this is the closest I'll ever be to a good pilot. Our engine's screaming away there. We don't want... We're badly trimmed again. I'm really not used to trimming an aircraft with this amount of weight in it. And if we switch over to here, look at this, look. In we come. We're nearly there. Look at my flight. It's all over the place. I quite enjoy that plugin. It does let me track where I've been and where I'm going and how ridiculous it looks. So now I've just got to find out where I am. Okay. I'm nearly on the glide slope actually. But we're very low down, so it'll be telling us to climb the whole time. And again, I can't quite see where I'm going. Let's ease the engine down. I've got it on the red line there. That's no good. And we're descending. I've got to stop that. Try and keep my vertical speed. I'm finding this a very slippery aircraft today. Okay. And we should be coming round to the right now. Oh heck, I'm going to have to climb. I'm way too low. I've got massive deflection to the right now, so I must be... Yeah, I am. We're still below the glide slope. Trying to do small rudder movements, but can't quite see. Wow, they don't make it easy, do they? Oh, I see. There we are. Okay. That's better. I can see it's in sight now. Next time I'll plan my route and plan using VRs, but there's not exactly many VRs on that flight. It's such a short flight. But maybe I'll be able to afford a plane with a GPS in it. One can only dream. Right. Now I can visually start bringing myself in. Yeah, I got 4 reds, so... Oh, look at that, the haze suddenly cleared. That's nice. Wow, what a difference that makes. Now 3 red, 1 white, so now we're on the glide slope. We're picking up a bit of speed now as we descend. Okay, we've got 2 red, 2 white. I'm quite happy with that. Try and keep us fairly in line with the runway. Feels like we have a slight crosswind here. Yep, now we're a little high. I'm okay with that. Let's ease off the throttle somewhat. Bring out some flap just to help create a bit of drag. Yep, the speed's coming down now. Got 10 degrees of flap right now. Let's go to 20. And I'm bringing the gear down. Look, look. You can just see them folding out there. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's a really good little gear animation on this little old plane. Okay, I need to increase the throttle slightly. We're fairly down the centre. Oh, there's a slight crosswind pulling us around. So, oh yeah, look at that. You could feel that. Keep us straight. Keep a bit more speed into this. And ooh, that was a bit heavy, but that'll do. I don't think I burst any tyres. It all kind of finished rather quickly there. So, what I'm going to do before I actually vacate the runway here, I wouldn't do this normally, but so I've never done this FSEconomy thing, so I'm going to open that up. And can I click? No. Okay, for some reason it won't. Has it detected I've landed? To end flight, speed less than 3 knots. Okay. And you know what? I'm just going to pull off onto this taxiway here. And we'll see if I've actually succeeded in scoring that business. Apparently if you do the flight but you've cheated and not used the correct plane or something else, it'll judge you based on how much fuel you've used, how fast you got there, and if you didn't do it correctly, it will not. Or max brake for greater than 5 seconds. 1, 2. Do I have to stop the engine? I've got max brake. How about put my park brake on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's not going to do it, is it? Okay. Right, we're going to have to go and park, aren't we? Fine. Fine. Making me be a proper pilot. Okay. So I guess that makes brake thing didn't work. We'll have to cut the throttle in a minute. So let's go and park up here. No other aircraft around. My next thing I want to do is when I have some money, which, well, we'll see, is actually go and by world traffic, I think, so I can actually start getting some nice real-world looking aviation at all the different airports that's authentic to those airports. Much like I used to have in Microsoft Flight Sim years ago with all the different sort of flight routes and everything. One thing I do miss with X-Plane, I'm going to shove my plane in this gap here. I think it'll just about fit. Let's move that out of the way. This is the Flying Club here. It was probably one of their planes I borrowed, right? Let's have a look from outside. Near enough, I'm calling that good. Okay. So, park brake is on. Oop. Why is that? And there we go. Finish flight. Your flight is logged and the results can be found at the website. Your aircraft is no longer rented. If you want to continue, you must re-rent the aircraft. And there's still 28 gallons of fuel. Blimey, I paid for more than I actually used. Oh well. It's all a learning lesson. So there we go. I finished renting this aircraft. Oh, can I? There we go. Put my flaps back. Yeah, that was a good flight. I guess I'll open the doors for them. Let's open the pilot's door and the passenger door. The static element's on now. Put the cones out and the chocks on. Everybody's getting out. Good. I survived my first flight. I'm pretty happy at that. So I'm going to go back to here. Can I refresh my page? I have no assignments, so my situation is I have money in the bank. Look at that. I have $1,500. Cool. So now, if I click on this and go to CYYJ, because this is where I am, what business is here? I could transport one friggin' idiot for $912 to... Alright, so I could fly down into the States. If I had enough space in the plane, I can take one friggin' idiot, one sports fisherman, two off-gridders and a whiskey drinker. I don't think I'll take the snotty little punk though. We'll leave him behind. But what else have we got going on here? There's a Bigfoot hunter. Where's he going? Tofino. Ooh, that might be a fun flight to do later today. Soup drinkers. I'm not sure about them. So anyway, there's lots of other jobs I could pick up later today, but I'm going to go and have a break for a few minutes and make myself a cup of tea and then come back and do some more streaming, I think. I'm definitely not taking that snotty little punk anywhere. I probably won't take the Campfire Girls because my wife might complain about that one, so maybe 4 business passengers. I wonder what jets, what aircraft have we got available here? Oh no, that one's not for rent. What's this one? No, I don't have one of them. 182. This one's there. Maybe I'll find a job to take. Are there any jobs to take it back to CYVR? No, but maybe I could take the Bigfoot hunter to Tofino with this aircraft and then find a job in Tofino to take it back to. I'll work my way back to Vancouver. This is cool. So yeah, we can see what else have I got. I don't have any of these other aircraft in X-Plane 11. But a Grumman Goose. Oh, actually, I think I do have a version of that. That'd be an interesting plane to fly, wouldn't it? Yeah, so all these other ones are people who've got private owned aircraft. They're not available to rent. They're their personal aircraft that are there. That one's for sale. So the one I'm renting is actually for sale. I could buy it if I had $170,000. Okay, so I'll just be renting it for now. So anyway, thanks for watching. I am going to shut this stream down and I will be back probably in about maybe 30 minutes to do another little flight perhaps, or if not, maybe later this evening. So thanks for viewing. If you like flight sim and you do flight sim, I'll go check out that FSEconomy thing. That looks like it's a lot of fun. That is not the last flight I will do using this service. Thanks for watching and I'll see you again soon.